from the international scene, hundreds of staff at Kenya's main airport have gone on strike after a blank buyout by Indians that decreed grounding flights and leaving passengers stranded. Details of these and more coming your way. To stay with us. Many thanks for staying with us. As I start now, details of the news. Chairman of the Independent National Electoral Commission, INEC, Professor Mahmood Yakubu, and the Inspector General of Police, Kayode Egbetokun, has assured a transparent and age-free governorship election come September 21st in Edo State. The INEC chairman and the IGP made this known in their separate remarks at the Sir Victor Uwaifo Creative Center in Benin City, the Edo State capital. According to INEC chairman, the commission has made copies of all registered voters available to the political parties in line with its commitment for a transparent election. On his part, the Inspector General of Police, Kayode Egbetokun, who expressed their preparedness, said over 35,000 policemen and 80,000 security operatives from sister agency have been earmarked for the election.
So in our commitment to transparency, the Commission has made available soft copies of the entire register of voters to each political party fielding candidates in the forthcoming election. As you are aware, election is a multi-stakeholders activity. INEC has a role to play, but this must be complemented by stakeholders. The 2024 Edo State governorship election is not just a national election. It is also of global interest.
Understand the vital importance of our roles in this election, and I want to assure you that we are well prepared to perform our duties with excellence. We are committed to deploying sufficient personnel and resources to ensure effective crowd management, prevent electoral violence, and address any emerging security issues. In this election, the police will be deploying 35,000 personnel, and this will be complemented by over 8,000 members of the armed forces and other security agencies.
The House of Representatives has reiterated a commitment to ensuring safety standards in the power sector as well as to address challenges of vandalism, theft and substandard electrical materials in the country. Chairman of the House Committee on Safety Standards and Regulation, Honorable Suleiman Abubakar Gumi, made the commitment during a press briefing on the proposed Nigeria Electricity Supply Industry Safety Conference held in Abuja on Wednesday. He added that the conference aims to bring together stakeholders to share opportunities, prospects and challenges in safety standards and regulations, and also to develop an all-inclusive policy document that will strengthen oversight and investigative responsibilities, enhance capacity building, and strengthen compliance and enforcement strategies.
We called all the stakeholders and we had a one-on-one conversation with them, and part of those the stakeholders is the LECAN, and that is their responsibility, and NEMSA that is supposed to certify. So we've had discussions with them and we have seen some gaps, and there's issue of enforcement and what have you.
Now to judicial matters, the Court of Appeal sitting in Abuja has dismissed an appeal filed by Kenneth Imasoagbon seeking to disqualify Olumide Akpata as the governorship candidate of the Labour Party in the September 21st governorship election in Edo State. In the lead judgment delivered by Justice Okona Bank, the appellate court held among others that Imasoagbon failed to explore the intra-conflict resolution mechanism of the Labour Party before rushing to court. Correspondent Cleodio reports that the court also held that his case was premature in law and should not entertained on the grounds that conditions precedent were not met. In the judgment, Justice Omotosho upheld the argument of Akpata's lawyer Johnson Usman that the plaintiffs were without the legal rights to institute the suit.
The court has just delivered a judgment on appeal challenging the decision of the trial court in Benin. Principally, one of our ground of appeal is that the court did not make any pronouncements on the arguments in respect of motion and motion taken by parties for which judgment was reserved. And so it formed part of our principal ground of appeal.
Justice Amy Kanwiti of the Federal High Court Abuja has adjourned ruling on the bail application for Bristol Isaac Tamunobifire, charged by the Inspector General of Police for alleged criminal activities threatening national security. Bristol was arraigned by the Nigerian Police Force National Cybercrime Center. He was accused of leaking classified documents, sedition, fraud, and tax evasion. At the Wednesday's proceeding, counsel to the defendant, led by Deji Adeoju, read the court to grant his client bail on liberal terms pending the determination of the matter, adding that the fulcrum of evidence before the court does not correlate with the charged. In a short ruling, Justice Emeka Kanwiti adjourned the matter to September 17 for ruling on the application and hearing.
Sincerely think that government has better things to do. They should go after people like Abelo who are apparently above the law. What has protesters done to warrant a charge? What has Isaac Bristol done to warrant any charge? An innocent person. You know, they just go about chasing shadows when there are more important business for the government to face. The government should be should not be as angry as they are with protesters. The government should be more angry with the bandits that have killed 80-something people in Yobe. The government should be more angry with the bandits that have killed 30-something people in Niger 3 days ago.
Still on court matters, the Federal High Court in Abuja on Wednesday slammed 10 million naira bail each on the 10 members of the #EndBadGovernance protesters who were charged with the attempt to overthrow President Bola Tinubu between July 1st and August 4 this year. Justice Amy Kanwiti admitted them to bail while delivering ruling in the bail application. Correspondent Kunle reports that, among others, the protesters are to produce one shorty each in the same amount, while the shorties must be resident in Abuja, among other conditions. Justice Awiti, while rejecting the objections of the Inspector General of Police against the bail request, however, ordered the defendants not to participate in any public rally throughout their trial. Pending the perfection of the respective bail conditions, the judge ordered that they be remanded in prison custody. Meanwhile, September 27 has been fixed for commencement of their trial. The prosecution and defense counsel speak on the decision of the court regarding the bail conditions. You're still on to the news on Galaxy TV. Coming up next. Nigeria Center for Disease Control and Prevention says it has recorded about 12,085 suspected cases of diphtheria infection as of September 11, 2024. Details of that and more coming after the break. Please stay with us. We are glad to have you back. Now, for more updates and latest news, please visit our website www.galaxytvonline.com. Connect with thoughts on our X handle at Galaxy TV. Subscribe to our YouTube channel, youtube.com/Galaxy TV News. You can follow and interact with us on our Facebook page, facebook.com/Galaxy TV. Remember to follow and tag us on our Instagram page at Galaxy TV. You can also avail our eyewitness feature via WhatsApp. If you have breaking news around you, simply share your story by sending short clips or videos of the news on 0818-6666-669. Our social media platforms are user-friendly and can always accommodate your live updates and comments, as you can easily scan our IG QR code. Coalition of Civil Society has condemned the arrest and incarceration of some key players in the August End Bad Governance protest in Nigeria. This condemnation was made during a peaceful protest which involved combination of notable civil societies at the National Human Rights Commission building in Lagos. Galaxy News correspondent Lebi Joseph Asmo.
Leaders of various civil societies converge on the premises of National Human Rights Commission at Alausa, Ikeja, Lagos, to deliver a letter challenging the Commission to secure unconditional release of all activists arrested on the wake of August End Bad Governance in Nigeria protests across the country. They said those arrested by the police are not enemy of the country, but are only demanding for better living conditions for the people.
We are here today, 11th of September 2024, Wednesday, at the office of the National Human Rights Commission to submit a petition highlighting our grievances, highlighting the attacks on democratic rights by the Tinubu government, highlighting the fact that those protesters who are in prison today, who are on trial today, have done nothing wrong. Those who are stealing our public wealth, those who are sending many Nigerians to early graves because of inadequate hospitals, because of bad roads, these people are not. These people have not. As a matter of fact, Yaya Bello is walking free. That is the state of the country.
Of the Federation and the Inspector General of Police, that the continued sham trial of Adaramoye, Michael Lenin, Mosiu Sodiq, Opalua Eliejo, Simon, Angel Love Innocent, and other Nigerian citizens, including minors, on trials for treason, violates Nigerian national and international commitment. Two, to ensure that those citizens that the Commission has identified as being arrested for protesting are released unconditionally. In addition,
in his reaction, after receiving the letter, the coordinator, National Human Rights Commission Southwest Zone, Lucas Kayejo, commended the peaceful conduct of the protesters with assurance that the Commission will do the needful within the purview of the law.
You know that the National Human Rights Commission, we are not unaware of the plight of some Nigerians that were arrested during the protests that happened lately. And the Executive Secretary of the National Human Rights Commission have actually come out to call on the government to look at the issue of arrest of protesters, and we believe that the government will listen. From
Lagos, this is Lebi Joseph reporting for Galaxy TV News.
Now to the stories. The decision of Nigerian government to register operators of point-of-sale POS mobile money and bank agents has been commended. The move is believed to curtail criminal activities like money laundering, terror financing by some of the operators across the country. Galaxy News correspondent Lebi Joseph tells us more in this report.
Point-of-sale operators across Nigeria have been mandated to register their business with the Corporate Affairs Commission. This decision is basically to infuse sanity to transaction of the players who are on the increase on daily basis.
Well, I think the government is fair enough, because initially this business was designed to be organized that way. But with Nigeria, I don't know what happened. Government closed eye on this, and Everybody is doing the business anyhow they want. People are being defrauded. They take different cars to people, or they want to move money from another account to another account. They are using them for other purposes which is not supposed to be.
It can, because it should. But it's not, let's not make it just all about just the POS business. Let's generalize these things. From the government to the people, we all need to begin to do better. We all need to be more responsible, intentionally responsible, consciously responsible. That's the only way we can be able to sanitize our rot society. So,
though the move is commendable, some Nigerians think the registration fee is an extra way of compounding the economic problems of the people who indulge in the business because they cannot secure better employment due to the situation in the country.
It is an afterthought. I believe that if there's anywhere you want to sanitize, you want to monitor, the fact that before somebody is able to have access to POS, that person must have registered a SIM card that is going to be linked to that POS. That SIM card can trace wherever the person is.
See nothing wrong in registering POS operators. It's even a way of, it serves the purpose of data collection for the purpose of even regulating the industry. But what we find worrisome is the fact that they are extorting these people, asking them to pay huge sums of money to get registered.
From Lagos, this is Lebby Joseph reporting for Galaxy TV News.
Now to the stories. Burger King opens a new outlet at Murtala Mohammed International Airport, MMIA 2 Lagos, making it the 16th outlet in Nigeria. We have details in this report. In a move that marks a significant milestone in its expansion journey, Burger King Nigeria has opened its 16th store at the Murtala Mohammed Airport Terminal 2, MMA 2, Ikeja, Lagos. The launches prove of Burger King's commitment to revolutionizing the quick-service restaurant industry in Nigeria. The grand opening of Burger King's MMA 2 store was a momentous occasion attended by dignitaries, customers and partners. The event featured a ribbon-cutting ceremony, followed by a kitchen tour around the lucky dip that saw one guest win a free return flight courtesy of Ibom Hair. Rashid Ibrahim, Managing Director and CEO of Allied Foods and Confectionery Services Limited, operators of Burger King in Nigeria, expressed his pride in the company's rapid expansion across the country. We've opened 16 restaurants in just 33 months, just one restaurant every 2 months. This space is a testament to our team's dedication and the Nigerian market's receptiveness to our brand. The decision to open the MMA 2 branch was strategic, according to Rushdie. Nigeria is a melting pot of opportunities, and we recognize the potential at MMA 2, Nigeria's premier airport. We wanted to bring Burger King's exceptional dining experience to this hub, catering to the diverse tastes of its numerous passengers. Burger King's commitment to adapting to local tastes while maintaining its brand identity was evident in its introduction of products like yam fries, plantain and potato cubes tailored to Nigerian palates. Additionally, Burger King emphasizes affordability and convenience with easy ordering options available via the kiosks. Regarding future location, Rushdie shared, "Our priority is customer convenience and we won't compromise on quality." A number of the Lagos State House of Assembly, Honorable Adewale Temitope, ONJP, emphasized the state commitment to supporting businesses like Burger King. The presence of Burger King in our airport, a pioneering achievement in any Nigerian airport, showcases Lagos State's dedication to creating a conducive environment for businesses to flourish. Despite economic challenges, we are resolute in our effort to foster a thriving business ecosystem. The partnership with Ibom Hair is a significant one, according to Anieka Asinet, Group Manager of Marketing and Communications at Ibom Hair. Sharing insight into the strategic partnership between Ibom Hair and Burger King, ACNet said, "We've received numerous requests for partnership, but Burger King's proposal stood out. We saw immense value in their brand and wanted to associate with them," she explained. The collaboration enables both brands to leverage each other's platform for marketing activations, further solidifying their brand visibility and presence in the Nigerian market. Speaking further, Anyika ACNet commended the marketing team of Burger King. The partnership marks the beginning of a promising business relationship between Ibom Hair and Burger King, with a focus on delivering exceptional customer experiences. By combining their strength, both brands aim to create memorable moments for their customers, fostering loyalty and driving growth. She encouraged Ibom Air passengers to indulge in Burger King's delectable menu and visit their lounge at MME2, adding, "Today, Burger King is offering samples on our Lagos-Abuja and Lagos-Uyo flights. We believe that once passengers taste their products, they'll become repeat customers and enjoy the full experience at the lounge." This initiative allows passengers to enjoy the real burger experience from Burger King while enjoying Ibom's hospitality. Lirato Makume, marketing director for Burger King, expressed her appreciation for the partnership with Ibom Hair. She added that for every purchase exceeding 7,000, customers will be entered into a lucky dip to win a complimentary domestic return ticket on Ibom Hair and other fantastic prizes. This promotion will run for 4 weeks until the end of September. We invite everyone to visit Burger King and take advantage of this fantastic opportunity to win an Ibom Air ticket. Please spread the word, and we look forward to rewarding our customers with this amazing prize. As Burger King Nigeria continues to expand its reach, it's clear that the brand is committed to delivering exceptional customer experiences. Through its various initiatives and strategic partnership, Burger King is poised to make a significant impact in the Nigerian market. Ahead of the November 16th local government elections, Babatunde Otiboju, the chairman of Ogun State Independent Electoral Commission (OGCEC), has urged opposition parties to campaign massively in order to emerge victorious in the exercise. The chairman spoke at a stakeholders meeting held at the Commission's office in Abeokuta while responding to the allegations by the chairman of the parties that the Commission is usually sponsored by the ruling party to rig elections. He urged political parties to come out boldly and shun violence, saying that security before, during and after the election was already mapped out. The party's chairman, who expressed displeasure on the modus operandi of the Commission during last elections, wondered why opposition parties usually lose an election, while the ruling party always wins.
Same local governments is that opposition parties did not campaign. Yes, I stand there and I say it. They didn't campaign. We went out there. We saw the campaigns as they happened. I'm not saying that there were no billboards here and there. That's not what I'm saying.
It was not a good election. It's important to admit that if we try to defend the 2021, then it will show to me and probably to us that it's going to be the same way. Somebody can conduct 2021 a terrible one. It's not a problem. It's gone. People are reminiscing about it. Is to say this one is going to be different.
Say defeat before contest. That is not it. I still carry that spirit wherever I go to. Please. And the third one, you said we should convince our electorate. But how are we going to convince them when what happened in the past, people are still saying it now? Please, Womakoni, that is a normal thing. Womakoni, we have videos in Shagamu and many things.
Mr. Chairman, the ball is in your court. The choice is yours. Do something differently from what the opposition have been doing. You'll be acclaimed. People will commend you. If you do it the way they are doing it, we'll still continue to meet on the road and know who you are. Was there until 2021? The issue of PDP, two factions were there then. I was who come and fight in your office several times. and I know your position. I know your position. Chairman and commissioners, the choice is yours.
And to other stories, the National Oil Spillage Detection and Response Agency has restated its commitment towards implementing the federal government's directives regarding the Personnel Management System (PMS) framework for civil servants. The Director General and Chief Executive Officer of the agency, Engineer Chukwuemeka Woke, gave the assurance at the opening session of a two-day workshop focused on the implementation of the Performance Management System (PMS) framework for the agencies of the Federal Ministry of Environment at the NOSTRA headquarters in Abuja.
And alerting our civil servants are seated here to the imperatives for capacity, competence, skill and output as the key indicators for service delivery by our agencies. And the utilization of these considerations in the performance evaluation, assessment, tracking and reporting, as well as training of our staff.
Also, while corroborating the position of Engineer Woke, the Deputy Director of the agency, Ogwa Ukpabi, assured that the agency would not relent in implementing the directives of the government towards ensuring safe environment.
Specifically, NOSRA is to, among other things, ensure safety, timely, effective and appropriate response to major or disastrous oil pollution, identify high-risk areas as well as priority areas of protection and cleanup, establish the mechanism to monitor and assist, or where expedient, direct the response, including the capability to mobilize necessary resources to save lives.
This is important because we can't overemphasize this. Number one, it is one of the key deliverables assigned to the sector. So we are bound to perform. As a critical part of the deliverable, that is one of the reasons why we need to key in. So it's important that we key into this key deliverable performance management system. This is a pillar. PMS is a pillar of FC. In line with that, the head of service of the Federation has given that mandate for all ministries and agencies to implement it. And there's also an assessment along that line.
It has been observed that smart grids have the capacity to transform Nigeria's power distribution system through better asset management and operational planning. This call was made known at a lecture series held in Abeokuta, the Ogun State capital. Correspondent John Felix completes the story.
This lecture is organized by the Nigerian Society of Engineers, Abeokuta branch, aimed at promoting professional development and addressing critical national issues. The focus here is on the nation's power sector. The guest lecturer said lack of data has been identified as one of the bane of Nigeria's power sector. Emphasized that smart meters have the capacity to provide real-time data on electricity consumption, voltage levels, and frequency variations.
Smart grid can help improve reliability by providing real data monitoring that can help prompt action to instigate threats with better asset management and operational planning. So it's very difficult to work blindly.
Forget about policy, forget about any management. It is zero, because it is the mainstay for anything we want to do in this country.
On his part, Chairman NSC Abeokuta urged engineers to contribute to national growth, embrace the future of engineering and technology through innovations like smart grid systems.
We believe this is right time for us to look at advancement technology in solving problems to our power distribution system in Nigeria. When we look at how we can reduce technical losses and also how we can increase efficiency of our power systems. Our people at home, masses, they deserve better than what they are experiencing right now in terms of power distribution system. We need to be able to do this in collaboration with government, coming up with a good policy, advising them on how to tackle this issue as we urge them to take professional advice in solving this problem.
The memorial lecture in honor of Real Admiral Olufemi Olumide has its theme as Smart Grid Technology, Revolutionizing Nigeria's Power Distribution. From Abeokuta, the Ogun State Capital, John Felix reporting for Galaxy Television News.
As part of measures to cement the working relationship between the Nigerian Army and the federal government contractor security outfit Santita in tackling crude oil theft, the General Officer Commanding 6th Division Nigerian Army, Major General Jamal Abdulsalam, has unveiled a 68-room transit accommodation at the Ephraim Barracks in Uwe local government area of Delta State. Our correspondent, Dele Fasan, has more.
Unveiling the transit accommodation capable of housing over 100 operational soldiers, the General Officer Commanding 6th Division Nigerian Army, Major General Jamal Abdulsalam, said it will help officers and men in their operational mission of increasing oil input in Nigeria.
The Nigerian economy is dependent mostly on our oil output. And you know, the President Commander-in-Chief has given his marching order for us to ensure that we do all it takes to increase the output of oil for the benefit of our country.
Also speaking, the Executive Director of Operations, Tantita Security Services Limited, Captain Waredi Enyuso, stressed on the robust partnership with the Nigerian Army as he host and brigade commander harps on the benefits of the project.
Private security company, we are not empowered to bear arms, and that's the reason why whatever we do, we need to rely on our government security forces to be part of us. And over time, you would have realized that quite a fair bit of them have sacrificed their lives in the process of trying to make sure that we live.
This lofty project undertaken by Santita Security Services has provided the brigade and the sector with 68 rooms.
You can see that Tantita is bringing a relationship between the company and the armed force in terms of security.
The unveiling of the transit accommodation for the soldiers will no doubt help in boosting their operational capabilities and renewed vigor in the fight against crude oil theft and all forms of criminality in the Niger Delta region. From Delta State, Dele Fason reporting for Galaxy TV News.
The Nigerian Security and Civil Defense Corps said its operatives busted an illegal oil dump site and impounded a truck laden with adulterated petroleum product at Igbo Eche at Eche local government area of Rivers State. The newly deployed NSCDC Commandant Rivers State Command, Joaquin Okafor, made this known while briefing newsmen at the command headquarters in Port Harcourt.
There is a new sheriff in town. Based on these facts, we are going to revisit, restructure our core mandate for a greater today.
Okafor also took newsmen to an abandoned construction site in Igbo Eche where over 70 tons of crude were stored. He thanked the Rivers State Governor, Siminalayi Fubara, for his contribution and support and further pleaded for more, especially in areas of operational vehicles as the local government election approaches.
Tanks over there, they are filled with crude oil based on intelligent information we gathered. Our anti-vandal sworn into action and expose this. You can see this place has been in existence, but my coming has exposed them. My coming has exposed them, and we keep on exposing them until they stop. They must relocate from Rivers State because Rivers State will not be conducive for all of us.
And to the story teased earlier, the Nigerian Center for Disease Control and Prevention says it has recorded about 12,085 suspected cases of diphtheria infection as of September 11, 2024. We bring you more details in this report.
The Nigerian Center for Disease Control and Prevention has recorded about 12,085 suspected cases of diphtheria infection as of September 11, 2024. The NCDC, however, said that out of the suspected cases, 7,784 were confirmed in 170 local government areas across 21 states. The center announced this at a press briefing on Wednesday in Abuja. It said the death toll is 309, with a case fatality rate of 3.9% from Kano, 169, Bauchi 59, Katsina 52, Borno 19, Yobe 4, Edo 2, Jigawa 2, and FCT 1 and Nasarawa 1. Diphtheria is a serious bacterial infection caused by the bacterium Corynebacterium species that affects the nose, throat, and sometimes the skin of an individual. The symptoms of diphtheria include fever, runny nose, sore throat, cough, red eyes, and neck swelling. In severe cases, the NCDC said that a thick gray or white patch appears on the tonsils and or at the back of the throat associated with difficulty in breathing. The epidemiology report from week 22 in 2022 to week 35 in 2024 showed that 36,151 suspected cases were reported from 37 states and the FCT across 332 local government areas, while the confirmed cases were 21,938 cases from 26 states across 173 local government areas. It added that the total confirmed death was 1,103 with a case fatality rate of 5.0%.
Still on health, Nigeria has recorded 67 confirmed cases of Mpox from 1,031 suspected cases in 23 states and the Federal Capital Territory. The Nigerian Center for Disease Control and Prevention has said this was disclosed at a present briefing held in Abuja on Wednesday. The states with confirmed cases are Akwa Ibom 8, Enugu 8, Bayelsa 6, Cross River 5, Benue 4, Plateau 4, Delta 4, FCT 3, Imo 3, Lagos 3, Rivers 2, Abia 2, Osun 2, Anambra 2, Ogun 2. Others are Kaduna 1, Gombe 1, Edo 1, Niger 1, Ebonyi 1, Nasarawa 1, Kebbi 1, and Oyo 1. Speaking, the Director General of NCDC, Dr. G.D. Idris, said the agency is optimizing surveillance in state to ensure accurate detection. Benue State government is to commence farm project for internally displaced persons in parts of the state as part of effort to empower the IDPs and increase food production, while also promising to construct more shelters for IDPs in Konde local government area this month. The Executive Secretary of State Emergency Management Agency, James Yopo, disclosed this while distributing food and non-food items to 14 IDP camps across Benue State, stressing that the items such as bags of rice, beans, carton of noodles, dignity kits, among others, were approved by the governor for the IDPs.
Benue is ready to commence IDP farm projects in Kwande, Logo, and West local government areas. These farms are not just about food production. They represent hope, empowerment, and self-reliance for our displaced communities.
On the cases of snake bites recorded in IDP camp and IDP Camp 1 and 2 at Daudu in Goma local government area, as well as IDP Camp in Ichwa in Makadi local government area, the Semabas observed that adequate care has been taken across all the camp. The Semabas was solicited for more support from partners before the IDPs are relocated. However, said the IDP farm project will take off in Kwande, Logo, and Goya West local government areas.
We have successfully treated over 16 cases of IDP who were who were tagged by snake in some of the camps, thanks to the swift action of the health teams of Benue State Teaching Hospital.
Ahead of the September 21st governorship election in Edo State, the Edo State Governor Godwin Obaseki has raised the alarm over what he described as the presence of a hand gang allegedly accompanied by policemen from the Inspector General's office. Governor Obaseki made this known at the Government House in Benin City, the Edo State capital, when he received former Nigeria head of military and chairman of the National Peace Committee, General Abdulsalam Abubakar. The governor expressed concern over the tension as the election approaches, as he lamented the arrest of his party members. Responding, General Abdulsalam, retired, described his mission to the state as one to ensure peace among the candidates through the signing of a peace accord.
This is an off-cycle election, and there's a lot of attention. But unlike 2020, I'm very worried, very, very worried, because from the developments and where we are today, I think my party met yesterday and we're not likely to sign this agreement.
Excellency, the purpose of the Peace Committee coming to Edo State is, I'm sure you must be aware, there is going to be a signing of peace accord between the gubernatorial candidates and the parties. That is to ensure that there is no mudslinging during the campaign, and then we accept the results as long as it is free and fair.
Weeks after the collapse of 13 towers along the Awa-Dayenegua double-circuit transmission line, hopes rises as the Bayelsa State government has assured the people of the state of its readiness to restore power in the shortest possible time. This was revealed during the inspection of the facilities across various locations in the state by the State Information Commissioner and his counterpart from the power sector. Speaking to newsmen at the site amid heavy downpour, the Bayelsa State Commissioner for Information expressed confidence that power will be restored as a lot of work has been done. On his part, the Commissioner for Power and the Bayelsa Electricity Company Managing Director spoke on the renewed effort in completing the towers.
A lot of work, massive work has been done. On our own side, our towers have been repaired and the towers are ready to be tensioned. Then the contractors, I need to commend them because they have done a lot of work, and to also thank the government for the spirit of collaboration, TCN and the Port Harcourt end. All what they have done, we have seen the outcome.
You know, this one is almost 100% complete, and we want to direct the contractor to move down to order to join strength with this other contractor handling this other projects. You can see, for us to see three of us here, you know that the commitment from the state government is overwhelming.
Foundation to the end, the towers have been erected, and the next stage for them to receive the conductors. After receiving the conductors, then we are ready to transmit power from here to the Nyenegua TS. The TS means transmission substation. We are planned to ensure that within the shortest possible time, power is returned back to the state.
Rivers State Governor Siminalayi Fubara has attributed the mismanagement of the state resources by past government as the bane of the slow pace of economic development. Governor Fubara made the remarks when he inaugurated members of the 6-man board of the State Investment Promotion Agency at the Government House in Port Harcourt. According to him, the state used to be among the leading states in the country until mismanagement of its resources led it to where it is today. On his part, the chairman of the State Investment Agency, Lawrence Fubara, charged his team to face the challenges in making Rivers great again.
Rivers State, among the League of Other States, used to rank among the first. People were leaving other places to come and stay, live and do business in River State. It got to a time when things turn around. Maybe, would I call it expansion of the state? Because normally development comes with its own challenges.
This is a time of, whether we like it or not, for many people, a time of despair, a time of problems, a time of challenges. And everybody has an option. Your cup can either be half full or your cup can be half empty. Your Excellency has decided that the cup of River State shall be completely full. For every challenge, there is an opportunity, and what Your Excellency has done is to tell us, go and look for those opportunities. This state used to be the treasure base, or known as the treasure base of the nation.
Now, we move to the international desk for more news.
Hello and welcome to the foreign news. Hundreds of staff at Kenya's main airport have gone on strike over a planned buyout by India's Adani Group, grounding flights and leaving passengers stranded. Workers at Nairobi Jomo Kenyatta International Airport began their protest about midnight on Tuesday, continuing into Wednesday, objecting to a planned deal to lease the facility to the Adani Group for 30 years in return for an investment of $1.85 billion. The government said the build and operate agreement with the Indian conglomerate will seek JKIA renovated and an additional runway and terminal constructed. The Kenya Airport Workers Union, which is leading the strike and is the biggest union representing Kenya's aviation workers, said the deal would cut jobs and worsen employment conditions. Other critics said the takeover will deny taxpayers future profit from the airport, whose freight and passenger fees make up more than 5% of Kenya's gross domestic product. The strike is on and all shifts have been suspended, the union leader Moses Ndemia told workers at the airport. Senators in Mexico have approved a judicial overhaul pushed by outgoing President Andres Manuel Lopez after debate was briefly suspended by protesters who broke into the upper house in a bid to block the vote. The Senate, dominated by Lopez Obrador ruling Morena Party and its allies, approved the controversial reform with 86 votes in favor and 41 against in a marathon session on Wednesday, winning the two-thirds supermajority needed to amend the constitution. Under the new measures, Mexico will become the world's first country to allow voters to elect judges at all levels, including the country's Supreme Court. Judges for the top court have typically been affirmed by the Senate from a short list submitted by the President. Lopez Obrador, who wanted the bill approved before he is replaced by his chosen elected successor, Claudia Sheinbaum, in October, claims that the changes made the judiciary will cease to be at the service of the powerful, at the service of white-collar crime. But critics, including court employees and law students, say the plan would threaten judicial independence and undermine the system of checks and balances. And finally, on foreign news, the death toll of Typhoon Yagi has risen to 152 in Vietnam. According to government estimates, as one of the country's largest rivers reaches its highest level in 2 decades, flooding the streets of Hanoi. By Wednesday, floodwaters from the swollen Red River reached a meter high in parts of the capital, forcing some residents to navigate their neighborhoods by boat. Thousands of people have evacuated from low-lying areas of the city, and 10 of Hanoi's 30 administrative districts are on flood alert, state media report. Floods and landslides across northern Vietnam have been the main causes of deaths from the typhoon, the government said. Yagi, which was initially categorized as a super typhoon, the equivalent of a Category 5 hurricane, but later downgraded to a tropical depression, has continued to wreak havoc in Vietnam since making landfall on Saturday. Authorities are also paying careful attention on the hydropower plant in the northwesternIen Binh province, as a huge inflow of water into the reservoir surrounding the dam raises concerns that it may collapse. And that's all we have on the foreign news.
Coming your way next, entertainment news.
Welcome to Entertainment News. My name is Riz Blossom Oye. Here are the stories on the news desk today.
Popular skit maker Nasty Black recently got thrown into a state of mourning due to the fact that he lost his mother. In a brief post made on Instagram to announce his mother's death, colleagues and netizens trooped to the comments to tender in their condolence messages. Media personality Sade Ladipo has finally shown off the man behind her smile. The media entertainer, who revealed that she was in a new relationship years after her divorce, is finally ready to introduce the world to her new man. The two had stepped out in style for the Toronto International Film Festival TIFF, and Sade had shared photos of them from the event on her Instagram page with a lovely caption. Veteran singer Paul Okoye's wife, Ivy Ifeoma, has taken to social media to debunk trending reports of welcoming a child. News making rounds on the internet today suggests that Ifeoma and her husband had welcomed a newborn baby. The viral news comes a day after Paul Okoye, also known as Rude Boy, shared memorable moments from their bride baby shower. Reacting to this report, Ifeoma inquired about the owner of the baby, who was attached to her photos, claiming it wasn't hers. Olori Ashley Folashade, one of the wives of Oba Adeyeye Eniton Ogunwusi, the Ooni of Ife, has revealed that her son is a crown prince of the palace. In a recent video which she shared on her Instagram page, she showed her pregnancy journey and the birth of her baby boy. She said that her son is a prince of the ruling family of Lafogido from his mother's side and a prince of Oni Agbedegbede's royal compound from his father's side of Gesi. Olori Ashley stated that the Ododua royal throne of Ile-Ife is a result of the union of the two houses.
And that'll be all on Entertainment News. Thank you so much for watching. My name is Riz Blossom Moye. Bye for now.
And that's all we have for you. We thank you so much for watching. My name is Iribami Salako. Goodbye.